The world is quiet before sunrise. Most people are sleeping. Dreams are paused. But time is still moving. Life does not wait. Every second passes, even when your eyes are closed. This story is about you. It is about the life you are living now, and the life you may lose if you are not careful. Many people think life is long. They say, I have time. They say, I will start tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next year. Years pass quietly. Then one day they look back, and they feel empty. Life was there, but they were not present. They were alive, but not living. Waking up every day feels normal. You open your eyes, you check your phone, you scroll, you watch, you wait. Hours disappear without pain, without noise, without warning. This is how life is wasted, not with big mistakes, but with small delays, small comforts, small excuses. You tell yourself you are tired. You tell yourself you deserve rest. But deep inside, you know the truth. You are avoiding something. You are avoiding growth. You are avoiding effort. You are avoiding fear. Fear hides behind comfort. Comfort feels safe, but comfort slowly steals your future. When life is easy, dreams become weak. When nothing pushes you, nothing grows. The hardest enemy is not failure. It is comfort. Comfort whispers softly, stay here. Don't try. Don't risk. Don't change. It feels kind, but it is cruel because it keeps you small. Life does not reward comfort. Life rewards movement. Life rewards effort. Life rewards courage. But no one tells you this clearly. They tell you to relax. They tell you to enjoy. They tell you to wait. They do not tell you the cost. The cost is time. The cost is potential. The cost is the life you could have lived. Every day you wake up is a gift, but gifts can be wasted. You cannot return time. You cannot save it. You can only use it or lose it. Many people lose time without knowing. They feel busy, but they are not building. They feel tired, but they are not growing. They feel stressed, but they are not moving forward. Busy is not the same as progress. Noise is not the same as direction. Movement is not the same as purpose. Life asks a simple question every day. What will you do with today? Most people answer without thinking. They repeat yesterday. Same habits, same fears, same excuses. They call it life, but it is only existence. Living requires choice. Living requires effort. Living requires awareness. You must wake up inside, not just wake up from sleep. Many people never wake up. They live on auto mode. They follow routines they did not choose. They chase goals they do not love. They listen to voices that are not theirs. Then they wonder why they feel lost. A wasted life does not look broken. It looks normal. It looks comfortable. It looks acceptable. That is why it is dangerous. No one warns you. No alarm rings. No sign appears. Time just leaves, quietly, softly, forever. You think you are young. You think you have years. But youth fades faster than you expect. Energy fades. Opportunities fade. People fade. One day you will want to do more, but your body will say no. Your mind will say it is late. That regret is heavy, heavier than effort, heavier than discipline, heavier than fear. Regret lasts longer than pain. Pain teaches, regret haunts. If you are listening now, this moment matters because awareness is the beginning. You are not lost yet. You are not late yet. You are here. And being here means you still have time. But time must be respected. Time must be used with intention. Life does not need perfection. It needs honesty. Ask yourself quietly, am I using my life well? Not compared to others, compared to your own potential. Deep inside, you know the answer. that feeling in your chest, that small discomfort, that quiet voice. It is not weakness. It is truth. Truth wants to wake you up. This story is not here to scare you. It is here to remind you. You are alive now. This moment will never return. Your future is being built today. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Today. What you do with this hour matters. What you do with this night matters. What you do when no one is watching matters. Life listens to actions, not intentions, not promises, not excuses. If you want a different life, you must live differently. Small changes matter. Small discipline matters. Small effort matters. Wasted time is rarely dramatic. It is silent, and silence is powerful. But awareness is stronger. You are awake now. Do not go back to sleep. This is only the beginning. Your life is speaking to you, and it is asking one question. Will you listen or will you waste it? Time moves even when you stand still. The sun rises. The sun sets. Days pass quietly. Life does not pause for confusion. It does not slow for fear. It keeps going. Many people wait for motivation. They say, I will start when I feel ready. But readiness is not a feeling. It is a decision. If you wait to feel ready, you may wait forever. Motivation comes after action, not before. Action wakes motivation. Waiting puts it to sleep. Think about how your day begins. Do you choose your morning, or does your phone choose it for you? The first minutes shape the rest. A distracted morning creates a distracted life. Small habits decide big outcomes. You may think small actions do not matter, but life is built from small actions. Every hour is a brick, every day is a wall, every year is a house. If you place weak bricks, the house collapses. No one wastes life in one day. Life is wasted slowly, by delay, by distraction, by comfort, by fear. Fear often wears a friendly face. It says, rest more. It says, you deserve this. It says, you have time. But fear is not protecting you. It is controlling you. Fear wants you safe. Growth wants you brave. You cannot have both at the same time. Comfort feels warm, but it makes your spirit cold. Comfort gives pleasure, but it takes meaning. When days feel easy, years feel empty. Many people are tired, not from effort. They are tired from regret. Regret is heavy. It sits in the chest. It whispers at night. You could have tried. You could have started. You could have changed, but you didn't. Regret grows when action is missing. Action shrinks regret. Even small action. Even one step. You do not need a big plan. You need a direction. Direction comes from values. Ask yourself simple questions. What matters to me? What kind of person do I want to be? Not what others expect. Not what looks good. What feels true inside. When you know your values, choices become clear. You stop wasting time on things that drain you. You protect your energy. You protect your focus. Focus is rare today. The world fights for your attention. Apps, videos, noise. Everyone wants your time, because time is power. If you give your time away, you give your life away. Successful people guard their time, not because they are selfish, but because they are aware. They know time builds skill, time builds confidence, time builds freedom, but only when used well. Busy people often feel important, but important is not the same as fulfilled. You can be busy and empty. You can be calm and powerful. Stillness with purpose is stronger than noise without direction. Rest is important, but rest without purpose becomes escape. Escape feels good now, but hurts later. True rest prepares you to act again. It does not hide you from life. Ask yourself honestly, am I resting to recover, or am I resting to avoid? The answer changes everything. Life rewards those who face discomfort. Learning feels uncomfortable. Discipline feels uncomfortable. Growth feels uncomfortable. But discomfort means expansion. It means something new is forming. Muscles grow through pain. So does character. So does courage. If life feels too comfortable, something is wrong. You are not being tested. You are not being stretched. You are not becoming more. Life becomes meaningful when effort appears. Effort gives pride. Effort gives identity. Effort gives direction. Without effort, days blur together. With effort, days have shape. You remember them. You respect them. You own them. Many people say, I am afraid to fail. But failure is not the real fear. The real fear is trying. Trying means responsibility. Trying means no excuses. Trying means you must face yourself. And that is uncomfortable. But avoiding responsibility does not remove pain. It delays it. Delayed pain grows. Small pain today saves big pain tomorrow. 1 hour of focus saves years of regret. One brave choice changes direction. You do not need to fix your whole life. You need to fix this moment, this decision, this habit, this choice. Life changes from the inside out, not the other way around. If you wait for life to change, it won't. If you change, life responds. Life mirrors action, not desire, not words. Action, every morning is a mirror. What you do in the morning reflects who you are becoming. Every night is a mirror. What you do at night reflects what you value. Your life is speaking through your schedule. Listen carefully. Where does your time go? That is where your life is going. You are not weak. You are distracted. You are not lazy. You are unfocused. These can be changed, but only with honesty, only with discipline, only with choice. No one is coming to save your time. No one will protect your future for you. This is your responsibility. And that is good news, because it means you have power. The power to choose now, the power to act now, the power to stop wasting life. Section 2 ends with a truth. Time is not waiting, but you are still here, and that means you still have a chance. Section 3. Discipline is the language of self-respect. Discipline is not punishment. It is not cruelty. It is not forcing yourself to suffer. Discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now. Most people misunderstand discipline. They think it means living without joy. But the truth is the opposite. Discipline creates freedom. When you control your actions, your life opens. When you don't, your life closes. Every day you make small promises to yourself. I'll wake up early. I'll focus today. I'll stop wasting time. And every time you break those promises, something inside you weakens. Not your body, your trust in yourself. Self-respect is built when your actions match your words. When they don't, confidence fades. You start doubting yourself. You start believing you are weak. But weakness is not who you are. It is a habit, and habits can be changed. Discipline begins with honesty. You must stop lying to yourself. Stop saying tomorrow when you mean never. Stop saying I can't when you mean I won't. Truth gives you power. Excuses take it away. Discipline is not about doing everything. It is about doing the right things. You don't need a perfect routine. You need a simple one you follow. Consistency beats intensity. A little effort every day beats a big effort once. One focused hour daily beats 10 distracted hours. Discipline grows through small wins. Wake up when you said you would. Finish what you started. Do the task even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. That moment is where discipline is born. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is structural. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. When motivation disappears, discipline carries you forward. This is why disciplined people look calm. They are not fighting themselves every day. They have made decisions in advance. They don't ask, should I do this? They ask, what did I decide? Discipline reduces mental noise. It creates clarity. It frees energy. Without discipline, your mind is crowded. You argue with yourself all day. You negotiate with your impulses. You feel tired without doing anything meaningful. That is exhausting. Discipline removes that exhaustion. It creates order. Order creates peace. Peace creates strength. Many people think discipline kills creativity, but chaos kills creativity. Creativity needs structure. Focus needs boundaries. When your life is disorganized, your mind is scattered. When your life has structure, your mind can explore. Discipline is not about control. It is about alignment. Aligning actions with values. Aligning effort with purpose. Aligning today with tomorrow. Ask yourself this simple question. Would my future self thank me for this? If the answer is no, pause. That pause is discipline. Discipline also means saying no. No to distractions. No to people who drain you. No to habits that steal your energy. Every yes costs something. Be careful what you say yes to. Your time is limited. Your energy is limited. Your life is limited. Discipline protects what matters. It protects your future. It protects your growth. It protects your peace. You do not need to become extreme. You need to become intentional. Extreme burns out. Intentional lasts. Choose fewer things. Commit fully. Finish. Completion builds confidence. Half-finished lives create frustration. Finish your days. Finish your tasks. Finish your promises, not perfectly, but honestly. Discipline also means patience. Growth is slow. Results take time. Your mind wants speed. Life rewards consistency. Do not quit because progress is quiet. Roots grow in silence. Strength builds invisibly. One day you will look back and realize you change without noticing. That is discipline working. There will be days you fail. Discipline is not never failing. It is returning quickly. It is forgiving yourself without excusing yourself. It is getting back on track before one bad day becomes a bad life. Perfection is fragile. Discipline is resilient. One mistake does not define you. Giving up does. Stand up again. That is discipline. Your environment matters. Discipline is easier in the right environment. Clean your space. Reduce noise. Remove temptation. Don't rely on willpower alone. Design your life to support your goals. A strong system beats strong emotion. Discipline is a form of self-love. You do hard things today because you care about tomorrow. You delay pleasure because you value meaning. You choose effort because you respect yourself. People who lack discipline often feel lost, not because they are incapable, but because they have no structure holding them. Discipline gives identity. I am someone who does what I say. That belief changes everything. Once you see yourself as disciplined, you act disciplined. Identity shapes behavior. Behavior reinforces identity. This loop builds character, and character builds destiny. You don't rise to the level of your dreams. You fall to the level of your discipline. Dreams are free. Discipline is earned. But discipline gives dreams a path. Without it, dreams remain fantasies. With it, dreams become plans. Plans become action. Action becomes reality. Respect yourself enough to be disciplined. Not harsh, not cruel, but firm, clear, consistent. This is how you stop wasting your life. Not by dramatic change, but by daily discipline. Section 3 ends with this truth. The life you want is built by the habits you keep, and habits are shaped by discipline. Choose wisely. Section 4. Your comfort zone is a beautiful prison. Your comfort zone feels safe. It feels familiar. It feels like home. But comfort can become a cage, not because comfort is evil, because comfort is quiet. It slowly steals your hunger. It slowly weakens your courage. It slowly teaches you to accept less. A comfortable life without growth becomes a slow death. You don't feel it at first. You just feel fine. Fine is dangerous. Fine is how dreams disappear. Most people don't fail loudly. They fade quietly. They stop trying new things. They stop taking risks. They stop challenging themselves. They live the same day again and again. And they call it stability. But inside, something feels empty. That emptiness is the cost of comfort. The comfort zone is where your potential sleeps. It is where talent stays unused. It is where fear controls your decisions. It is where you say, maybe later, but later becomes never. Your comfort zone is built by habits. Easy habits. Scroll, sleep, snack, delay, repeat. And the more you repeat them, the more normal they feel. Soon, discipline feels strange. Effort feels painful. Trying feels scary. That is how the comfort zone trains you. It trains you to avoid discomfort. But discomfort is the doorway to growth. Every skill you want requires discomfort. Learning discomfort, practice discomfort, failure discomfort, embarrassment discomfort. There is no growth without discomfort. If you avoid discomfort, you avoid your future. Comfort does not mean peace. Sometimes comfort is just avoidance. Avoiding the work, avoiding the truth, avoiding the fear, avoiding responsibility, and avoidance grows into regret. One day you wake up and realize years passed, and you did not become who you promised yourself you would become. That pain is heavier than discomfort. Discomfort is temporary, regret is permanent. Your comfort zone is not a place, it is a mindset. It says, I want easy. It says, I want now. It says, I want to feel good. But feeling good is not the same as living well. Living well requires growth. Growth requires challenge. Challenge requires courage. Courage requires discomfort. This is the chain. You must accept it. If you want a different life, you must do different things. The same actions create the same results. The same routine creates the same future. If you don't like your future, change your routine. Start with small discomfort, not dramatic, not extreme. Small daily discomfort. Wake up earlier than you want. Do the hard task first. Study when you feel lazy. Exercise when you feel tired. Speak even when you feel nervous. Each small discomfort builds your courage. Courage is not a personality trait. It is a muscle. You grow it by using it. And each time you step outside comfort, you prove something important. I can handle discomfort. That belief changes your life. Most people think they need confidence to start. They don't. They need action. Action creates confidence. Confidence is earned, not gifted. You don't become confident by thinking. You become confident by doing. And doing feels uncomfortable in the beginning. This is normal. Your brain will resist. It will say, stop. It will say, rest. It will say, this is too much. Your brain is built to save energy. Comfort saves energy. But your dreams require energy. So you must lead your brain, not follow it. Your comfort zone also has a secret weapon. People. Friends who like you the old way. Family who prefers you predictable. A crowd that laughs when you try. Not because they hate you, because your growth reminds them of what they avoid. When you change, you challenge their comfort. So they may pull you back. They say, relax. They say, why so serious? They say, you changed. Yes, that is the point. You must choose your future over their comfort. You can love people and still outgrow them. You can respect opinions and still ignore them. Your life is yours. Do not trade your future for approval. Escaping the comfort zone does not mean suffering forever. It means building a new comfort, a better comfort, a comfort built from strength, a comfort built from self-respect, a comfort built from ability. At first, discipline is uncomfortable. Later, discipline becomes your peace. At first, effort is painful. Later, effort becomes your pride. At first, growth is scary. Later, growth becomes your identity. This is the reward. The comfort zone promises safety, but it often delivers stagnation. The growth zone promises discomfort, but it delivers freedom. Freedom to choose, freedom to create, freedom to become. So ask yourself this question: what am I avoiding because it feels uncomfortable? That is your doorway. That is your next step. Step through it, not once, daily, small steps, consistent steps. This is how you escape the prison. This is how you stop wasting your life. Because life is not meant to be comfortable forever. Life is meant to be lived fully, and a full life requires growth. Section 4 ends with this truth: if you always choose comfort, you will eventually choose regret. Choose discomfort now so you can choose freedom later. Section 5, I'll do it later, is the biggest lie you tell yourself. I'll do it later. It sounds harmless. It sounds small, but it is one of the most dangerous sentences in your life, because later is not a real time. Later is a hiding place. Later is where dreams go to die quietly. Most people don't ruin their lives with one big mistake. They ruin their lives with small delays. A delay today, a delay tomorrow, a delay again. And one day they wake up older, still waiting, still stuck, still saying, soon. But soon never came. The lie of later is comfortable. It protects you from effort. It protects you from fear. It protects you from failure. But it also protects you from success. Because success requires action, and action requires now. Later is a trap because time moves without asking you. Time does not care about your mood. Time does not wait for your motivation. Time does not pause for your fear. The clock keeps moving, and every hour you waste becomes part of your past forever. You cannot buy it back. You cannot return it. You cannot rewind your life. That is why later is expensive. It costs you progress. It costs you confidence. It costs you momentum. It costs you your future. People say later for many reasons. Sometimes it is laziness, but often it is fear. Fear of failing, fear of looking stupid, fear of being judged, fear of doing it wrong. So you delay, you tell yourself you are planning, you tell yourself you are preparing, but deep inside you know the truth. You are avoiding. You are protecting your ego. You are protecting your comfort, and comfort is never the path to a better life. Here is a hard truth. You don't need more time. You need more courage. Because most things you delay are not hard. They are uncomfortable. That is why you delay them. Going to the gym is not hard. It is uncomfortable. Studying is not hard. It is uncomfortable. Starting a business is not hard. It is uncomfortable. Changing your life is not impossible. It is uncomfortable. The pain you avoid today becomes the pain you live with tomorrow. And the longer you wait, the heavier it feels. A small task becomes a big monster in your mind because your mind grows fear when you feed it delay. The longer you delay, the more pressure you create. Then you feel overwhelmed. Then you delay more. That is the cycle. Delay creates anxiety. Anxiety creates avoidance. Avoidance creates regret. Regret creates pain. And pain creates more fear. This is how lives get wasted, not in one day, but slowly, silently, a little bit at a time. "I'll do it later" also damages your identity because every time you delay, you send yourself a message. This is not important. And if it is not important, you stop respecting yourself. You stop trusting yourself. You stop believing your promises. You become the person who says things and doesn't do them. That is dangerous because self-trust is the foundation of a strong life. When you cannot trust yourself, nothing feels stable. But when you keep your word to yourself, you become powerful, you become disciplined, you become confident, you become consistent. The difference between winners and losers is not talent. It is not luck. It is not intelligence. It is action. Winners do things now, even when they feel tired, even when they feel unsure, even when they feel afraid. They don't wait for motivation, they move first, and motivation follows. This is a secret many people don't understand. Motivation is not the start. Motivation is the reward. You get motivated after you begin. Action creates energy. Action creates momentum. Momentum creates confidence. Confidence creates more action. This is how you change your life. Start, then continue, then grow. If you want to break the later habit, make it simple. Lower the pressure. Stop thinking you must do everything. Just do the first step. 5 minutes. One page, one call, one workout, one paragraph, one lesson. One small action today is better than a perfect plan next week. Perfection is another lie. Perfection is just fear wearing clean clothes. You don't need perfect. You need progress. Progress is built by imperfect action repeated daily. Also understand this. Later is not guaranteed. You assume you will have time, but you don't know that. Life is unpredictable. Energy changes, health changes, people change. Opportunities close. And when the moment is gone, it doesn't come back. That's why now matters. Now is your power. Now is your choice. Now is where your future begins. So replace the lie. Stop saying, "I'll do it later." Say this instead: "I'll do it now, even if it's small." That sentence builds a new life, because a life you want is not built by big speeches. It is built by small actions done consistently. Section 5 ends with this truth. Later is a thief. Now is your weapon. Use it. Start now. Section 6. Stop thinking. Start doing. Thinking feels safe. Thinking feels smart. Thinking feels like progress. But many times, thinking is just a beautiful way to delay your life. Because you can think forever and still stay in the same place. You can plan for years and still never begin. And the world does not reward planners. The world rewards builders. Builders act. Builders move. Builders learn by doing. Most people say they want a better life, but their days are full of thinking, not doing. They watch videos about success. They read quotes about discipline. They save posts about motivation. They make lists. They talk about their goals, but they don't take action. So nothing changes. Their knowledge grows, but their life stays the same. That is the trap. Thinking becomes a comfort zone. It becomes a place where you feel productive without risking anything. Because action has a cost. Action requires effort. Action requires failure. Action requires discomfort. And that is why people avoid it. They think more because they are afraid. They tell themselves they need more information, but deep inside, they need more courage. Overthinking is often fear in disguise. Fear of making the wrong choice. fear of starting and failing, fear of looking foolish, fear of being judged. So you keep thinking, you keep preparing, you keep waiting for certainty. But certainty is not coming, because certainty is not a gift you receive. It is something you build through action. You become clear by moving. You become confident by trying. You become ready by starting. Here is a reality. No one feels ready, not truly. Even the people you admire felt unsure at the beginning. They just moved anyway, because they understood something important. You don't need the full plan. You need the first step. The first step creates the next step, and the next step creates direction. That is how the road appears, not before you walk, but while you walk. If you wait to feel confident, you will wait forever. Confidence is not the entry ticket. Confidence is the result. It comes after you take action. Think about anything you are good at now. You were not confident in the beginning. You were awkward. You made mistakes. You were slow, but you did it. You practiced, you repeated it. And slowly, skill became natural. That is how growth works. Action first, then improvement, then confidence. Overthinking also creates pressure, because the more you think, the bigger the task becomes in your mind. You imagine every possible problem. You imagine every worst-case scenario. You imagine the perfect result you must achieve, and then you feel overwhelmed. Then you freeze, and freezing feels like safety, but freezing is a slow death of your potential. Your life does not change through imagination. Your life changes through execution. You can think about learning English every day, but your English improves when you practice. You can think about getting fit, but your body changes when you train. You can think about starting a business, but your business starts when you make the call, build the page, sell the product. Action is the bridge between dreams and reality. No action means no bridge. So you stay on the dream side forever, and you watch others cross. Another danger of thinking is that it can become an excuse for perfection. You keep adjusting the plan. You keep waiting for the best timing. You keep refining. You keep saying, not yet. But perfection is not required for progress. Progress requires movement, and movement requires imperfect starts. The people who win are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who fail forward. They fail, learn, adjust, and continue. That is why they get results. They are not smarter. They are not luckier. They are simply more willing to do. If you want to become a person of action, make a rule. When you catch yourself thinking too long, do something small immediately. Send the message. Write the first sentence. Open the book. Practice for 5 minutes. Do one push-up. Create one page. Make one decision. Small action breaks the spell of overthinking. It tells your mind, we are moving now. And once you move, the energy returns. You feel alive again, because action creates momentum. And momentum is a powerful drug. It builds confidence fast. Also understand this. You don't need motivation to start. You need discipline to start. Motivation is like weather. It changes. Discipline is like structure. It holds you when you don't feel like doing the work. So stop waiting for motivation. Start with a schedule. Start with a habit. Start with a promise to yourself. Then keep it, even when you don't want to. That is how you become unstoppable. Section 6 ends with a simple truth. Thinking is useful, but thinking without doing is a prison. So use thinking to choose your direction. Then use action to build your life. Stop thinking, start doing, start now. Section 7. You versus you. Every day, you wake up and you face a battle. Not a battle against other people, not a battle against the world. The real battle is inside you. It is you versus you. It is the part of you that wants to grow versus the part of you that wants to stay comfortable. It is the part of you that dreams big versus the part of you that makes excuses. It is the part of you that knows what to do versus the part of you that delays. This is why so many people stay stuck. They think their enemy is outside. They blame their parents. They blame their country. They blame their money. They blame their bad luck. But many times the biggest thing stopping them is not life. It is themselves. Your mind can be your strongest weapon or your greatest prison. And the way you win is not by fighting others. You win by mastering yourself. Look at your life honestly. How many times have you said, I will start tomorrow? How many times have you promised yourself something and then broke the promise? How many times have you known the right choice, but still chose the easy one? That is not because you are weak. It is because the old you is comfortable. The old you wants to survive, not grow. The old you wants pleasure now, not progress later. And every day that old you will test you. The battle happens when your alarm rings. Will you get up or hit snooze? The battle happens when you sit down to work. Will you focus or scroll? The battle happens when you feel tired. Will you quit or push a little more? Life is built from these small decisions, and your future is built from the side you choose most often. The dangerous thing is this: you can lose the battle without noticing, because losing feels normal. It feels like comfort. It feels like I deserve a break. It feels like just today. But just today becomes a habit, and habits become identity. Then one day you look in the mirror and you realize you became the person you kept choosing. If you keep choosing the easy path, you become weaker. If you keep choosing the hard path, you become stronger. No one can do this for you. No one can enter your mind and fight this battle. Your friends can cheer you. Your family can love you. But the final choice is always yours. That is why discipline is rare, because discipline is private. No one sees it. No one claps for it, but it decides everything. Here is the good news. You don't need to win big every day. You just need to win small. Win one decision, win 1 hour, win one moment. If you beat the old you today, even by 1%, you are moving forward. If you lose today, don't collapse into shame. Just return to the fight tomorrow. Because the goal is not perfection, the goal is progress. People who change their lives are not people who never fail. They are people who fail and still come back. They return to the fight again and again. That is how transformation happens. You must also understand this. The old you is clever. It will use logic to trick you. It will say, you are tired, rest. It will say, you can start when life is easier. It will say, you don't have time. It will say, it won't matter anyway. But these are not truths. These are excuses dressed as reasons. And excuses always feel real in the moment, but later they become regret. So how do you win the battle of you versus you? First, be honest. Stop lying to yourself. Stop pretending you will change without changing your actions. Second, build structure. Make a routine that removes choice. When your routine is clear, your excuses get weaker. Third, keep promises to yourself. Start small. Promise 10 minutes. Promise 1 page. Promise 1 lesson. Then do it. When you keep a promise, your self-respect grows, and self-respect becomes fuel. Fourth, forgive yourself quickly. Guilt is heavy. It makes you tired. It makes you quit. Learn the lesson and move on. The fight is not about punishment. It is about building a better you. And remember this, you are not fighting to become someone else. You are fighting to become who you truly are. The best version of you is waiting, but you must choose that version daily, not once, daily, because every day the battle returns, you versus you, and the person you become depends on who wins most days. So choose carefully, choose discipline, choose growth, choose action, choose the future you will be proud of. Win the war inside, and the world outside becomes easier to handle. Because once you can control yourself, nothing else can control you. Section 8. Work on your willpower. Willpower is your inner strength. It is the power to do what is right even when it is hard. It is the power to say no to distractions. It is the power to keep going when you feel tired. It is the power to choose your future over your comfort. Many people think willpower is something you are born with. They believe some people are naturally strong and others are naturally weak. But that is not true. Willpower is like a muscle. If you train it, it grows. If you avoid using it, it becomes weak. This is why some people keep promises and others break them. Not because they are smarter, not because they are luckier, but because one group trains their willpower daily, and the other group lives by feelings. Here is the truth. If you only do the right thing when you feel motivated, you will not go far. Motivation is unstable. Some days you wake up full of energy, some days you wake up empty. If your life depends on motivation, your life will be inconsistent. But willpower creates consistency, and consistency creates results. Think about the habits that destroy people. Scrolling for hours, eating junk, sleeping late, avoiding work, complaining instead of improving. These habits are not stronger than you. They only win because your willpower is untrained. And every time you give in, you teach your brain a lesson. You teach your brain, comfort is more important than growth. Then your brain repeats that choice again and again. But every time you resist, even once, you teach your brain something different. You teach your brain, I am in control. And control is powerful. So how do you build willpower? You don't build it by making huge promises and failing. You build it by training small wins. Small wins create belief. Belief creates strength. Start with something simple. Wake up 10 minutes earlier. Study 15 minutes without your phone. Drink water before sugar. Write one page. Walk for 20 minutes. These small actions seem small, but they are not small. They are training sessions for your mind. Every small win is a vote for your future self. The next step is to reduce temptation. Many people think willpower means fighting all day, but smart people do not fight all day. They remove the enemy. If your phone destroys your focus, put it far away. If your friends pull you down, limit your time with them. If your environment makes you lazy, change your environment. Willpower is not only about strength, it is also about strategy. Make good choices easier. Make bad choices harder. Another important truth. Willpower drops when you are exhausted. If you sleep badly, you become weak. If you eat badly, you become weak. If you are stressed all day, you become weak. So training willpower also means taking care of your body. Sleep is not laziness, it is fuel. Healthy food is not a luxury, it is support. Exercise is not only for the body, it is training for the mind. A strong body helps create a strong mind. Now understand something. You will not always feel strong. Some days you will feel tired. Some days you will feel broken. But you can still act strong. Strength is not a feeling. Strength is a decision. You choose discipline even when you don't feel like it. You choose action even when you feel afraid. That is willpower. And this is why willpower changes lives. Because it turns you into someone you can trust. When you can trust yourself, confidence grows. When confidence grows, you take bigger steps. When you take bigger steps, your life changes. The final lesson of willpower is this: do not wait for the perfect day. Do not wait to feel ready. Start now. Even if it is small, even if it is imperfect. Train your willpower like a muscle. One small win today, one small win tomorrow. And over time, you will become unstoppable. Because when your willpower is strong, your excuses become weak. And when excuses disappear, success becomes possible. Section 9. Stop comparing and start becoming comparison. Quietly destroys many lives. It steals peace. It steals confidence. It steals joy. You look at others and forget your own journey. You see their success, not their struggle. You see their results, not their years of effort. This creates false pressure. It makes you feel late. It makes you feel small. But life is not a race. There is no deadline for becoming yourself. Everyone walks a different path. Everyone moves at a different speed. Some people rise early. Some rise later. Both are valid. Comparison is unfair because you compare your inside with their outside. You compare your doubts with their highlights. That is not truth. That is illusion. When you compare, you stop growing. You stop focusing on your work. You stop respecting your progress. You forget how far you have already come. Instead of asking, "Why not me?" ask, "What can I learn?" Instead of feeling jealous, feel curious. Turn comparison into information, not self-hate. The only comparison that matters is this: are you better than yesterday? Did you learn something new? Did you try again? If yes, you are winning. Social media makes comparison louder. It shows perfect lives, perfect bodies, perfect success. But perfection is edited. Real life is not. Do not let fake images define your worth. Your life is real. Your progress is real. Your struggle is real. And real growth is slow. Focus on your habits. Focus on your effort. Focus on your discipline. These are things comparison cannot steal. When you stop comparing, your energy returns. Your mind becomes calm. Your path becomes clear. You move forward without noise, without pressure, without fear. Remember this: someone else's success does not reduce your chance. There is room for everyone. Your time will come, but only if you stay focused on becoming, not comparing, not copying, becoming. Because when you become better every day, comparison loses its power and peace takes its place. Section 10. Don't waste your life. Life is not endless. Every day you wake up is a gift. Every hour is a chance. Every moment matters. But many people live like time will wait. They say tomorrow. They say later. They say someday. And life quietly passes. Wasting your life does not mean doing nothing. It means doing things that do not matter. Scrolling without purpose. Working without direction. Living without intention. Time leaves whether you use it or not. Once it goes, it never returns. That is the truth. If you waste time, you waste life. Your future is built from daily choices, small choices, hidden choices, what you do when no one watches, what you choose when it is hard. These moments shape who you become. Don't wait for motivation. Motivation fades. Discipline stays. Don't wait for confidence. Confidence comes from action. Don't wait for permission. No one is coming to save you. This is your life, your story, your responsibility. Use your time to learn. Use your time to build. Use your time to become stronger. Rest when needed, but never quit. Never drift. Never forget why you started. One day you will look back. You will see the days you used well and the days you wasted. Make sure the balance is right. Make sure your future self is proud. Don't waste your life waiting. Don't waste it doubting. Don't waste it copying others. Live with purpose. Move with intention. Act with courage. Because life is short and you only get one. Use it well.